What's up, my wild ones? I'm back with a new video. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Darren. I'm an ecologist and herpetologist, and I love making reptile related content. Reptiles are my life, so if that's something that you're interested in, please subscribe to my channel and don't forget to hit that notification bell so you get notified every time I upload. So in today's video, I want to talk about a photo of a king cobra and me that went viral approximately 5 years ago. The reason why is I still see comments floating around sometimes. Some of those comments kind of piss me off, some of them make me laugh, and I just thought it would be a good idea to tell you guys the story behind this photo. So this photo went viral, not because of me. This photo was actually stolen, and it was uploaded by someone who I still don't know. If you're watching this, maybe reach out to me, I don't know. He uploaded it on 9gag, on Reddit, on Igmur, I don't know if I pronounced that correctly, but like on some major platforms, and it went absolutely viral. I remember waking up that morning and I was just like, what is happening? Like, my phone was blowing up, photo was appearing everywhere, and I thought, okay, well, that's cool. And then I saw that, my name wasn't even mentioned in the description or anything, so nobody knew it was me. It also led to comments that were just so false and so full of lies, and it kind of, made me a little bit depressed, to be honest. So one of the comments that I saw a lot was that the snake is fake. That was laughable because the snake is real. So as you can see in the footage in this video, there's moving footage of the snake moving around, so you can see it's actually a real snake. So that's out of the way, like that's a ridiculous comment. The second thing is something that I saw a lot is that the snake had no venom glands, so that I would have removed the venom glands, or that the mouth was sewn shut. That hurts to read because that is such an appalling accusation. And I understand, like, my name wasn't there, so people couldn't know that I was actually a herpetologist and that I studied this and that I know very, very well what I'm doing, and that I would never, ever, ever in my life harm an animal, because my whole life is about making the world a better place for animals. So no, this king cobra was fully intact, by which I mean that there was nothing changed to his body. This snake was still the same as the day when it hatched. The venom glands were still there. This snake is highly, highly, highly venomous. King cobra is the longest venomous snake in the world, and with one bite it can kill 40 adult humans. That's a big risk, and I take that risk because I love working with these animals. I'm trained to work with them. I can really read their behavior. I've been doing this for years now, and I'm still here. So yes, the snake was still fully venomous. The mouth was not sewn shut. It's a completely, healthy animal, and an animal that I love with all my heart. So, and the only person who runs a risk is me. I know that I can die when I get bitten. I probably will die if I get bitten by a king cobra that large, and I fully accept that risk. To me, I always try to explain this to people by saying we have police officers and firefighters, and they know that they can die on the job. But because they have a mission, because they want to save lives, and because they want to keep people safe, they accept that risk. Because I love these animals so much, and because it's my passion to work on conserving them, I absolutely accept the risk that I may die. So now a little bit of background on this specific king cobra. His name was Limey. Limey unfortunately passed away not too long ago. He was quite an old king. He was already really large. Unfortunately, he came from the wild, so we don't know his exact age. Let me state this really clear. I am against wild caught animals. I do not support catching animals from the wild to put them in the pet trade. I do not support that in any way, shape or form. The way Limey got to us, or rather to my ex, because he belonged to my ex-boyfriend, Romilly Vandenberg, we are still working together, still very good friends. The way he got there was his previous owner, Luc Yeomans, may he rest in peace. He died because of a king cobra bite. He was gone in 6 minutes. It was very tragic, and he had this huge collection of king cobras that needed to go somewhere. And it's not like you can just drop them off at a zoo, because many zoos are not actually equipped to take care of such potentially dangerous and deadly animals. So what happened is they got distributed over Europe. I think 5 or 6 went to Romilly, and one of them was Limey. So no, we do not support wild-caught animals, but this is the way we, obtained a wild-caught animal. We didn't choose for that. It was because Luc Yeomans died, and that's how we got into our collection, and that's how we don't know his age when he died. And yeah, I still miss him very much to this day. He was... I don't want to get emotional because, like I said, I still miss him a lot. Limey was one of my favorite king cobras ever. He was great to work with. As with many king cobras, I'm quite well at predicting their behavior, and with Limey, I could read him so well. I knew his moves, and it was just such a pleasure to work with that animal. So it was so good to work with Limey, and the reason why I was working with him on that day was that I was organizing a scientific lecture together with one of my favorite professors ever, Arie Terlouw. And we were going to do a lecture on king cobras, on their biology, on their ecology, on how freaking awesome they are, on their conservation, everything. So it was going to be like this major king cobra event. And to advertise this event, to make sure that people would come, we brought in Limey to the university, and we shot a video to show the people this gorgeous animal, and that they got the opportunity to meet one in real life during this event. So that's why Limey was there at the university. Now, some people might not understand exactly how this works, because you see this giant king cobra that you now know is deadly venomous, held by this seemingly tiny girl. Actually, I'm not really that tiny. I'm 1.72 m. I think that's 5'6" in feet. So I'm not really that small. I come from the Netherlands, and we are the tallest people on the planet. So that gives you kind of an idea how huge Limey was. Like, he was well over 4 meters, and his head was this big. Like, his head was so chunky, and it was just a magnificent animal. Now, you might wonder, like, how are you able to hold a king cobra like that? What happens when it turns around? What do you do? Like, how does it not bite you? The way I handle king cobras, I'm just speaking for myself. I know there's other people out there who have different opinions, and that's fine. The way this works is that I hold the king, but the king is focused on somebody else. In this case, this was Romilly Vandenberg. So king cobras, they are highly focused on movement. They have slightly better eyesight than your average snake species, but more so they focus on movement. So what Romilly does behind the camera is he's just moving his hand gently from side to side. So the king cobra thinks, oh, what's this? I need to focus on this hand. This is also, by the way, how when you see cobras in like the baskets in India or wherever, and you think that they are like listening to the flute of the fakir. Snakes are deaf, so they can't hear the freaking flute. They are just following the movements of the flute. Also, do not give these people money. Usually there is a lot of animal abuse involved in these situations. Anyway, so Limey was focused on the movements of Romilly. As you can see, he is hooding, and hooding means that he is flattening his neck. Now, why does he do this? king cobras and also cobras. A king cobra is not a cobra, by the way. They're completely in different genera, so just so you know. They are spreading their hood to show the person who they are focused on, hello, I'm the king, I'm big, leave me alone. It's like their warning mechanism. Now, some people think that you really need to agitate them to make them hood. That is not true. You can walk past a king in the wild and it will hood slightly and it will go down. So hooding is not a sign of like complete distress, or no, not at all. Like they will hood and they will go down and it's fine. So the king was focusing on Romilly, and that way I could hold it and he would not be focused on me. Now, what do I do when I sense that the king is losing his focus? That's when you need to get away. So what you do is you gently drop the snake and you make sure that, you know, he gets his focus again, and then you can lift him again. So the way I feel when the snake is losing the focus, and the way my cue for, you know, letting go, is when I feel that the tension in the muscles of the belly is coming down. So when they're hooding, like the muscles are really tense, and when they're not hooding, like it's more relaxed. And I can feel that with my hands. Now, I'm not saying that you can't handle king cobras on your own, but preferably I really, really like to handle them with another person so that you can do the focus trick. Why am I not using a hook? I want to address this really quickly, just to get this out of the way, but I'm going to make a separate video on that later. I'm not using a hook because physically for me that's impossible with such a large king cobra. As you can see, these are my arms. There's literally no arm muscles there. I'm really not that strong. So if you were to use a hook, it's just simple physics. Like you cannot lift that because the hook needs to be like super long, and the weight is on the end of the hook. It's just not possible. So with the focus trick, you can just, you know, handle them without hooks. If the king was smaller, I definitely use hooks. You can see that throughout my post on social media. The only species I free handle, I say free handle because I don't agree that it's like completely free handling. Yeah, the reason is just that I can't use a hook. By the way, the event was a huge success. It was sold out like that. People came from all over the Netherlands to meet the king. It was an incredible, incredible event. And yeah, it was amazing. And I think we really got to inspire people and educate people about king cobras. And, you know, Limey was the big star, so that's so cool. So yes, this is the story behind the viral photo. I hope this cleared some things up. If you have any more questions, of course, you can let me know in the comments down below. Please, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and share it wide with your friends. It would be great if you can leave a comment. Let me know what you think of all of this. And thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I will see you on the next one.